Hello, Brandy.
Hello, Justin.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. We're back in front of the camera.
Yay!
Our second episode that we're actually recording. People are looking at us, and
I know.
Watching that back, I was recording or editing, and I'm looking at myself and looking at you, and I'm just like, we don't even realize at some point that we're even on camera anymore.
We just get with it and start looking at each other or looking around.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was really awkward. I really do hold eye contact every now and then, but I think we've had a conversation in one of our episodes about holding the whole eye contact thing. And
so it's weird
I just
to just
can't
sit here and look
there
in
and
their
stare
eyes.
at you forever. I'm going to have to look off and look at Justin.
We'll be looking around the room, and who knows what we're looking at. But
right.
So what do you think about this AI stuff?
So I think it's cool and weird all at the same time.
Right.
You never know what to believe anymore.
I know.
Like, you can't even watch a video without being like, is that for real, or did somebody create that?
It is so strange what they can do with AI. So while we're talking about AI, there's a little part at the beginning of the video that we didn't record.
Yeah.
The video that we posted, and it's not because we didn't think of it. It's just that I thought of it at the last minute, and I thought, well, for this part, all we're going to do is say our names and the name of the show.
Right.
And I thought, well, I could probably find some AI that would clone our voices and, at least sound close to it. And y'all,
it
creepy. Was so close to our voices.
Yeah.
It was really weird to hear myself talking back to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's strange.
It didn't do a lot of inflections, but it did a monotone voice.
Yeah.
Which, for what you used it for, it was great.
Yeah. Yeah. And it I wanted it to be a little more excited, but there was one that I did of you. And so I got to the end of your name and I had an exclamation point, and it was like, Brandy, like that. And I was like, okay, no, she sounds like a cheerleader. I won't do that.
A whole nother person.
Yeah. So I just changed it, but I thought it was pretty cool. But what's fascinating to me is this AI that you can talk to.
Yeah.
You can talk to like you're talking to a person, and it knows so much information, and it's scary in a way, and it's also a very resourceful tool.
Yes.
But I think that people get in their minds about that movie, I, Robot, Will Smith.
Yeah, that'd be a bad day.
Yeah, I mean,
like whenever AI becomes smarter than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some stuff around, and that what's his face is trying to make robots, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I'm ever going to be in a position where I want a robot in my house.
No. I mean, a Rosie, maybe. But no, I'm afraid that it could, already there are people who don't like the Alexas and stuff like that.
Right.
So,
and I'm sorry if they don't think their phones are listening to them. You could have everything turned off and your phone is still listening to you. I'm sorry.
100%.
Like, I can think about something sometimes, like not even say it, and it'll show up in a news feed on one of my socials, and I'm just like,
a little bug crawled out of your phone.
What in the world?
Into your ear when you had it up there. Yeah, it's very strange, but I am fascinated with it for some reason, but it's cool. But you know what I'm really not looking forward to?
What?
Is if they do start this whole robot thing and they start seeking revenge.
Ooh, yeah. That'd be bad. I wonder how petty they'd be, though.
You might have guessed we're going to talk about revenge today.
Yes.
And maybe some of you have pulled off some petty revenge. I sure haven't, because that's...
Never, because that's so below Justin.
So, Brandy, I got to ask you.
Okay.
Are you the type that tends to let sleeping dogs lie, or do you like to stir the pot? Are you holding a grudge? Or are you turning the other cheek? What are you doing?
I feel like it depends, but usually I'm definitely not turning the other cheek. It may be a while, but I will figure something out to be like, haha, that's for this or that's for that. And I don't know, maybe it's just built into my DNA. I have no idea, but I don't like for people to get away with stuff.
Well, I mean, sometimes I guess you feel like it's a little unfair that they get away with it, and then there's really nothing that you can do that would make it any different. Like revenge isn't going to make it any different either, I guess, but it just kind of makes you feel a little bit better about getting screwed over or whatever it is.
And sometimes I've felt bad for getting revenge. Maybe a little bit, but
am I boring you?
No.
It sounded like a yawn.
I did yawn. I was trying to hide it. I'm just tired for some reason today. But I'll try to get peppy.
You know that they say, maybe doctors, I don't know. Revenge can be good for your health.
Oh, well, there you go. See?
Yeah, so I mean,
we're doing something good for ourselves.
Yeah, it's research.
Words are hard.
Oh my gosh! I just got you last week, and now here I am already screwing up words.
It's okay.
Research has shown that seeking revenge can release feel-good chemicals like dopamine in your brain.
Well, there you go.
So it's like a drug. You can get addicted to revenge.
I mean,
just be a royal bitch to everybody.
Yeah. Like you get revenge and you get revenge.
So,
yeah,
revenge procrastination is real. I'm trying to process revenge.
Is that like delayed?
Sometimes we don't
revenge?
Even act on our desire for revenge right away. Instead, we procrastinate, letting the grudge simmer. It's like your brain's way of savoring the drama before the big moment. Delayed revenge.
Get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Oh gosh, that's funny. Then, of course, revenge is often a bad idea.
Yes. We're not condoning it.
No, I mean,
or supporting everybody doing it.
Nothing violent.
Please, no.
Don't do anything like that.
Don't go to jail.
No, we don't want to encourage that.
No.
We're not encouraging revenge at all.
No.
In ancient Rome, revenge was a public event. Yeah.
There's been some times I'd like to have made it a public event.
Yeah, it was a whole spectacle. You could watch a public execution or a gladiator battle with someone.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just
Can we just bring that back?
It was like reality TV in the Roman Empire or something.
Let's just bring gladiator fighting in arenas back. And
when are we?
I don't know.
When are we gonna? I mean, I guess. Well, first of all, we got to find a venue.
I mean, we got plenty of them around here, and not too far from here either.
And we got to call it like something catchy, right? Like Friday Night Fist. No,
that's going in a different direction.
Oh gosh. Well, I guess.
Sorry, guys. Justin's not allowed to name things.
Oh gosh. Okay, this is why I don't have children, because they would be named some weird shit. And one last thing, if you are feeling particularly mischievous,
yes,
October 30th is National Revenge Day.
Ooh.
The day before Halloween, you can have a little more fun. So extend that holiday to the day before and seek out revenge.
I think that's going on my calendar.
So
yes,
we are talking petty revenge, right?
Yes.
I think I found a couple things that one of them may not even be revenge, and I don't know how petty they are, but they're entertaining anyway.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to get into first in this little main segment?
Well, I have found 4 little things from Reddit. And the first one I have is titled "My Extremely Tiny and Petty Legally Blonde Moment." So I'm in love with this.
Just because it's legally blonde?
Yes. Yeah. Elle Woods, my favorite. So I'm going to read it, and then we will see if we think she was petty or just, doing what any other person would do. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So it says, "My 3-year odyssey of spite finally came together yesterday. When I was a freshman in college..." Nope. Sorry, I can't read today. It says, "When I was a fresh college grad in 2022, 21 female at the time, I dated an attorney for about 3 months, 27-year-old male. He was a talented lawyer, spoke lucidly about what he did for work, and I trusted his opinions about the legal profession. So after I finished a post-grad internship, I told him my real post-grad aspiration was to get a job at a law firm as a paralegal and work as one until I was ready to apply for law school.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So she has aspirations of being a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
He literally scoffed at me and told me I would be better off as a court clerk.
This is literally the plot of Legally Blonde.
I know. So it says, I don't mean any hardship on court clerks at all. Like, it's a very difficult job and it's more administrative in nature than what he was, like, the way he was making it sound was the administrative side, right? And he was exceedingly clear by what he meant, that it was a derogatory comment towards her. Like, you're a female, you can't be a lawyer, you have to be, the secretary.
Yeah.
He didn't elaborate on why he said what he said, but of course it was implied. I was taken aback and really, really pissed. And at 21, I hadn't learned how to have a spine yet, so I just brushed it off, right? She just tucked it away. A few weeks later, I was working my first paralegal job. We broke up shortly after, reasons I'm sure you can guess. Yeah, he was a total douche. Anyway, he was right that I'm not going to be a paralegal. I took my LSAT last fall, scored in the 98th percentile.
Wow.
Set out my apps, committed to UC Berkeley Law yesterday, which is ranked about 90 spots above the law school he went to. But who's counting?
Yeah, right.
And I'm going to be a lawyer. He is currently blocked on LinkedIn after I was the recipient of some profile creeping from him. But today I'm going to unblock him so he can see. Definitely reminiscent of the scene from Legally Blonde where she gets the prestigious internship. Remember those hours we spent in the hot tub on spring break? Well, this is so much better. I love it. Like, that's it. That's all she wrote.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that he
Kudos to you.
yes, I'm really hoping that he read that and got all pissy because that'd just be great. Go you first off.
Yeah, that's kind of revenge I'm talking about.
So awesome.
Yeah.
And that's like the sly revenge. You don't even have to say anything to him. You just have to put it on your socials and on your LinkedIn and
I'm good. I'm successful without you.
Exactly.
How you like that?
Oh yeah. And I'm going to be better than you.
Right.
Because I ranked higher than you and going to a better law school than you went to. So
Eat that.
Exactly. So I like that. I like that petty revenge.
Yeah,
it was pretty awesome.
I like that too. The men that think that way, I mean,
yeah, they suck.
It's like you're supposed to be at home making pies and babies or something like that.
It's like we're back in the 1950s and 60s when they still expected women to be at home barefoot and pregnant.
Yeah. It's weird to me. Now, I don't understand any sort of hate or discrimination or anything like that, but for a woman to be less than you because you're a man, are you crazy?
Yeah.
What is up with the world?
And it's sad because there are still men out there like him that still believe this stuff.
I know a couple of them.
And I'm just like, excuse me.
Yeah.
I think I can do just as good as you can. That was me knocking on their heads.
Brandy's like, I ain't no secretary.
No. Well, I still get okay. Yeah. I get treated like a secretary some days too, but I am definitely quick to let them know I'm not their secretary. So,
all right. Well,
do you got anything?
Yeah, I got a couple here. So
okay.
I'll start with this first one that is entitled, "This is the level of petty we should all aspire to be."
Oh.
Yay. Okay. So this person who posted it says that they borrowed it from a rants and raves place. I don't know, maybe another Reddit or Facebook thing. I have no idea.
Okay.
Anywho, I'm not posting anonymously because I hope the person on the other side of this sees it.
Oh, dang. That's a good way to start out.
Already. And will know who I am. This morning I was out running errands.
Mm-hmm.
I saw what appeared to be a cell phone in the parking lot near the Purple Cow. Whatever the Purple Cow is, where they live.
Cool.
And sure enough, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I took the cell phone, cleaned it up, and put it on the charge because it had 12% battery left, and they waited. Well, about 2 hours later, the phone rings, and they answer, and instead of inquiring as to who I was and how I got the phone, the gentleman on the other side began cussing at them, called them a thief, a no good piece of shit. Well, went on to say how he was going to track the phone, and when he found this person, he was going to reach up their ass and pull their guts out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They say, well, sir, just so you know, your phone has a good charge, so you should be able to find it. And good luck getting a head start and finding it somewhere off of 112 eastbound between Pete's Highway and some exit. Good luck, and feel free to contact me when and if you find it. Our first chat was so lovely. I love that.
Oh, that means that they fixed to take a ride down this highway
Toss
and
it
just
out the
toss
window.
that bitch out just wherever they see fit.
And, you try to do somebody a favor and they're ungrateful as hell, then, yeah.
Like right out the bat, they didn't even say, hey, did you find this somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get this?
Yeah.
No.
I would have waited and answered the phone a little more and, I don't know, waited for a bill collector to call and they're like, you ain't getting no money from me. And just, try to give a little more revenge.
Yeah, that'd been great.
I like that a lot. I haven't went to that level. And again, I aspire
I was saying I aspire to be that petty because that was some petty shit.
It's funny that when something happens and you want to get revenge against someone you don't even know.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I couldn't imagine answering a phone and just right away somebody being like,
Getting cussed out.
roar, 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 roar. And I'm like, excuse you.
Mm-hmm.
Who you think you are?
To hell with you and your phone.
Exactly. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways. But yeah, kudos to that person.
Don't pick up cell phones.
No.
I guess
just leave them where they lie.
I don't know. I guess there are people out there that are still grateful for stuff, but
Yeah, it's just hard to find some days.
yeah. Okay.
So my next one is titled, Okay, Dan, you want to give my number out to strangers?
I hit the microphone. Sorry.
No, you're good. So, let me just read it.
Okay.
This one's messy. And you'll see why. I have a really memorable phone number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, level distinct. So people often think I'm making it up when I give it out.
Mm-hmm.
For years now, some businessman named Dan, I'll leave out his last name, has been giving out my number to clients or people he doesn't want to deal with just to brush them off. I've usually been polite when these people call, just letting them know they have the wrong number. Over time, I've picked up a surprising amount of information about Dan just by talking to the callers, like his full name, job title, the company he works for. He's very real. I never wanted to get involved or reach out to him directly. But after years of this nonsense, I've had enough. Lately, when someone calls asking for Dan, I tell them he moved to Arizona because of some illegal issues and embezzlement. And if they ask if there's a new contact at the company, I say the whole operation is under investigation. I really hope this rumor makes it his way back to Dan because he needs to stop giving my number out. Seriously.
Jeez.
So
he gave a fake number.
Yeah.
And
it happened to be this person's number.
Yeah. And they just continue to do it.
Yes.
Dan quit.
Yes.
Gosh.
And if I had to assume, some of these people probably went back and told him, had to have met back up with him and been like, hey, dude, you gave me the wrong number. It actually goes to this person.
And they're ruining your life.
And yeah. And you're still giving the number out.
Yeah. Maybe that's his way of getting back at them for... maybe he got fired.
Maybe. The only thing I worry about is like slanderish
Yeah.
against him and the company, maybe by saying that stuff to people.
Yeah.
Because in the legal world, rumors aren't just rumors.
Yeah.
Especially if they're not true. It's slander and they can get in trouble. So
and folks sue for anything. So
after we said, don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
This is an example of what not to do.
We're not encouraging trouble.
No, we're not. So
maybe.
Yeah. But that one was probably the messiest one that I had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't get like super messy today then, because the next one is more funny than anything.
Nice.
And I feel like it's revenge towards his wife, maybe?
Oh.
Okay. So it's entitled Govey Permanent Outdoor Lights.
Okay.
And he starts out with, so, not sure if this is the perfect subreddit for this, but here goes. My wife is super, all caps, okay, super thrilled with me right now. I
know that feeling. So go ahead.
I installed Govey permanent lights before Christmas this year. So I never had to hang again. So evidently he hates hanging Christmas lights. I get it. I did too.
I think I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said, I like the ability to do light shows, which is like super cool. I've got a couple Govey lights and they are neat.
Yeah.
And all of that. And all of that from the comfort of inside on my phone.
Right.
He says, anyway, I was the only person in our neighborhood to have them at the time. After Christmas, my wife wasn't happy with the light shows year round and instead asked me that I would leave them on solid if I was going to keep them on at all.
Okay.
I said, okay, no problem. Until tonight. I got home, and to my surprise, our next door neighbor, whom we don't know, by the way, installed some, and they have their own light show going on. He said, me, I'm not taking shots fired lightly, or fired over this lightly. So now he says he's making it his personal mission to one up their light show with his own. He says his wife is less than pleased.
I mean,
I guess it could be petty revenge in either way.
Yeah.
But he tells someone down here.
Sorry.
When she said that she wanted to do petty revenge, I was looking for some stories, and I was like, these are going to be so boring. I don't even know what and now she's yawning at my stories, y'all.
That's not it. I'm just tired.
I tried. No. He says down here, somebody asked him, why even compete? Why not do a joint project? He said, honestly, I was going to introduce myself to him next week and see if they could do a St. Patrick's show together. So
that would be okay. So the wife side, I don't get it because there are holidays throughout the year.
Yeah, true.
Why not celebrate all of them?
I love them. I think they're neat, and I have two behind my TV, and then those two that are back there right now. Another one over there in the corner.
Right.
And I use them all the time.
Right.
I bought them around Christmas time, but I use them all the time. And mine aren't the outdoor permanent things, which I can't do that here in an apartment. But whenever we move, boy howdy.
We're going to have light shows for every season.
I go all out with Halloween and Christmas. So
yes,
I'm going to turn up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my next one says, I just spam called my year-long spam caller. So I grabbed this one because we've been getting a whole lot of spam calls, ridiculous amounts of spam calls. And it's really annoying because you can't even block the numbers because they're just going to call on a different number.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing that. I've been blocking them and they call from a different number. I mean, it has to be them.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I wasn't getting anything from New York. I was getting something from, I don't know, some Missouri or something, and I block it. And then the next day I'm getting calls from New York.
Yeah.
So it's got to be them.
It has to be. So I'm sorry. It says, I recently scam called my scam callers and it got them to stop.
Okay.
They were calling 10 to 15 times a day, each time spoofing a U.S.-based location, and had the exact same voicemail, which has caused me to need to delete my entire voicemail box 3 times weekly for at least the last year. Extremely frustrating. So many calls during work meetings, important moments with my friends, etc. Every single time, the same voice message. This is Jennifer from the senior underwriting team calling about your loan, right?
Who falls for that?
I don't know. I found Reddit post about this specific scam, and in one comment, a guy claimed to have scam called back and had scam called them back, and it got them to stop. So I decided, what the heck? Let me see if this works. I called, put myself on mute, and hung up about 5 to 10 seconds of them talking. Right. And I did this exactly 266 times in 35 minutes. Each time to the same number, I cycled through 20 to 30 employees with accents ranging from Australia to India to Mid-Atlantic. At least 3 different company names they claimed to be from, and many, many scripts. Sometimes they'd start one script, then mess up and start on another. Other times they'd say hello. The best was when they changed mid-script what company they were claiming to be from. Then sometimes they'd say, hello, Mr. Boop. After about 150 calls, I started getting intermittently hung up on and immediately hung up on immediately.
I was going to say, I thought you had it right the first time.
No, I didn't read it right.
Okay.
After they answered the call, I knew I was getting to them. Finally, at call 260, I reached the final fucking boss. This
is like the end of the game.
The end of the game. Yes, he's going to take them out. In a deep mob boss type voice, I hear, and I kid you not, Mr. Boop, you've got to stop with all this spam calls. I mean, seriously, you got to have something better to do with your time.
Oh, God.
This happened Thursday, and I'm still riding the high. Oh, yeah, and they have not called me back.
That's so good. Meanwhile, you have people around the world doing this and who evidently don't have a life.
Yeah,
so
apparently.
How are you going to talk about them?
I mean, I get people need jobs, but can we employ them somewhere other than call centers that just call people for the, like, I hate cold calls.
I never answer them, so.
No, I don't either. And I've never been a cold call person. It kind of brings me back to the Friends episode when Phoebe tried it once, and she just friended people instead. So, yeah. I'm just not a cold call kind of person, and I like that this person had the time and energy to spend 35 minutes calling the same number that many times.
The guest star was Jason Alexander.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is kind of off topic, but I'm just going to reach over here. Grab this little, what is this? Oh, this. These big cups that everybody's familiar with. That is called, Bandley. I don't know. So, Brandy, what we got going on here?
Okay.
That's kind of neat. I don't know who could drink out of that. But
I know, right? I bought a 3D printer for my husband for Christmas, and I was like, this is a great idea, right?
Yeah.
He has made all sorts of stuff, like all sorts of stuff.
He made me a dragon.
He did. Yeah. It was really cute. But this is a chapstick holder. So the lid comes off.
Okay, wait, the people have to see this.
Sorry. The lid comes off, right? Unscrews, and then you, boom, pop out the chapstick. And it has a little hole, and they have different sizes that you can make, and then you just pop it back in there and screw the lid back on. And if I can thread it properly, he's going to have to build me a new one, not buy me a new one. All right, but there you go. I got my little stand.
That's super neat. So you guys are going to put little keychains on them, and
and that's my thought. We may have to sell them.
Yeah.
Make a little profit. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Because I don't charge enough for my baking. So
no. So let's make up for it.
Yeah, we're going to make up for it.
All right,
with
those
him.
are neat. I like
you.
that. That's cool. Yeah. And I'm very proud of her because she got through a whole little thing there, and she said they got this little hole. Not even one giggle.
I am very proud of myself. I'm trying to learn and grow.
Okay, so back to our little revenge, right?
It's hard to grow when you're only 5 foot tall, though. Yeah. So back to it. Do you have one more, or
Yeah, I got a little something here. We'll
Okay.
see. All right. So sometimes revenge is better than forgiveness. Sometimes.
I mean,
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be edgy or a badass, but forgiveness has been over mentioned these days. Everyone says forgiving people is the right choice, and we shouldn't make other people suffer the pain that they caused us. Okay, well,
they obviously never watched John Wick.
now I guess I can agree, on some level, but at the same time,
Yeah.
Okay, so even though this is sometimes true, we should forgive some people. Revenge is better against some of them. I'm not telling you to kill them or beat them up, obviously, but they would deserve. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm like, what in the world are they saying here?
Like, it's not making sense to his brain, and like I can look over and see the wheels spinning.
Wheels are spinning.
Like, he's trying to make this make sense.
Yeah, but they don't deserve your kindness.
Right.
Yeah. So some people are jerks.
Yes.
To the end.
Yeah.
And they will not change, even if you try hard to be nice to them.
Right.
We should just be more rude. And some people will just take it. You can ignore them. Try to ignore them, I guess, to the end. Not everyone deserves politeness. So that was their little...
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like some people, they do have bad days.
They don't respond to being polite.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can tell whenever people actually appreciate you being polite to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, well, like I said, some people have bad days. So sometimes you're going to react a different way on those days. Right. But most good people can go back 2-3 days later and be like, hey, dude, look, I'm sorry. I was having a bad day. I really apologize for this. Hope there's no, ill will about it.
It takes a lot for somebody to go and do that, too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that in them.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
You have to admit you're wrong.
And
a lot of people have a problem with admitting they're wrong.
Yes.
So.
And the first comment under here is the best revenge is success, like old girl.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So that is very true.
Yeah.
I will say that I don't know that I've ever done anything to anyone like really bad for some revenge or something like that. I might have like taken the last cookie or something.
Yeah.
Just to be an ass or whatever. But one day I'm going to have my moment.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it to the fullest.
It kind of like brings me back, and I don't know where half the people that I went to school with are, right?
Yeah.
No clue. I had my small little friend group. I graduated with like almost 500 people. So it's hard to keep up with 500 people after, you graduate. But when I was in a science class, my senior year, we had the desks that had little, I guess, cubbies.
Yeah.
So, of course, you share desks throughout the day. And some people before me, in my class, had a little note going back and forth. And they were talking horrible about this kid that we went to school with. Like, they were just being hateful jerks about him. And so I took the time to take the piece of paper out and was like, I hope that he's more successful than every single one of you that are talking bad about him, and he has the most beautiful wife and the best kids and makes the most money, and y'all are living in trash. And I put it back inside. And because I just don't like people picking on people. Yeah. Especially when they don't deserve it. Like, this kid was really nice kid. So, I don't know what happened to this kid. I really hope he did become successful. Yeah. And not that I really, in my now brain, adult brain, hope anything bad happened to the other people, because they were high schoolers, right? High schoolers can be jerks. But yeah, at the time, I was just like, I hope you get yours in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even as an adult, I look back on some of the people that I went to high school with, and they were just complete assholes to people.
Yeah.
And the people that would pick on the kids who were less fortunate and stuff like that, I'm just like, I really do hope you have a shit life.
Yeah.
And now, occasionally I'll get a friend request or something like that, or it'll pop up like people you may know.
Mm-hmm.
And I see these, I'm not trying to talk shit about anybody, but they,
y'all come on.
They are busted.
Right.
They look like shit.
Yeah. And it's usually the people that treated everybody like shit in high school.
Yeah. And it was like some like preppy kids who were freaking jerks, and now they look like,
yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to keep my mouth closed on what they look like. But
Can
it's
I
not
go back
good.
to Friends reference?
Yeah.
It's like whenever that guy came to have a date with Monica, and Rachel got all jealous about it.
Yeah.
And then he was still stuck in high school. Like he was still working at the movie theater. He was still living with his parents. He still wore his Letterman jacket that many years later.
Yep.
So that episode made me think of that.
I think of that. I think of just every episode that they ever threw back to when Monica was fat Monica.
Yes.
And that reminds me of that. So
yeah.
But that's all the revenge I got for today. Well, I can't revenge anymore.
One more.
Okay.
And that's it. It's
right.
called My Junior High Bully Ended Up Massaging My Butt.
This sounds juicy.
So, I, 62 female, was having issues with my sciatic nerve.
Okay, I'm sorry. All of a sudden, it's not so juicy anymore.
And made an appointment for a massage. My usual massage therapist was on vacation, so I had someone new. Let's call her Sarah. She was great and did a great job. No complaints about her skill. But I couldn't shake the feeling I knew her. She looked familiar, but I couldn't place where I knew her. We did the usual questioning thing. Do you live around here? Where did you go to school? Etc., etc. And didn't come up with a common denominator because we only went back as far as high school. We didn't go to junior high. I should also explain that she didn't recognize me nor my name because the name I went by in school is not the name I go by now. So, of course, the writer's married now. She goes by her married name. She went by like a nickname for her first name. So, say Dee Dee is what she went by in junior high, but Diane is her name.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So there was no way that she would have recognized her name. And it says, when I was in junior high, there were two girls who were best friends and absolutely bullied me for no reason. Let's call them Sarah and Donna. I'd get shoved, hit, punched, or even worse. And more than once had books knocked out of my arms. Of course, teachers never did anything, and my years at the junior high were miserable. Fortunately, they ended up at different high schools, so they never had to see each other after junior high. Back to the massage.
Yeah.
When the massage was over, I got dressed, went and paid, and when I saw the receipt, it had her last name on it, Sarah Brown. And it all fell into place. Sarah came out to check on me, handed me a bottle of water, and told me to go soak in an Epsom salt tub. I wasn't going to say anything. It was such a long time ago, but I couldn't help myself. She had traumatized me. So I said, "So Sarah, I just saw your last name on the receipt and realized where I know you from. When you and Donna were terrorizing me in junior high, did it ever cross your mind that you would one day massage my ass?" Then I told her, "You would have known me as D. Jones back in the day." And give my love to Donna. Walked out, leaving her stun-faced. And I know it was petty, but I couldn't help myself. And I had to tell the story. So that's awesome.
So I was like putting two and two together when the new girl's name was Sarah too. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Sarah and Donna were not very nice to Dee Dee.
Sarah, that wasn't nice.
No.
I'm glad you had to massage her ass.
Yes, me too, because Lord.
We back to back, talked high school or junior high bullies. Just school bullies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I fully believe that every one of you, if you had a school bully, you should get your revenge.
Yeah. At some point.
Yeah.
Definitely. or look in and see if revenge played itself on somebody.
Yes. So, for our little end here, let's say our little tangent of the week.
Yeah.
We're talking petty revenge.
Yes.
Okay. So, when I think of things petty and sometimes revenge, I think of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty petty.
Those are some of the pettiest bitches on earth.
Yeah. So, are you on the current season?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I need to.
I about probably 3 episodes behind, something like that. We usually watch it together, so we only watch it ever so often. But I don't know. It's different this season. Something about it is different, and I guess that the queens are getting younger. Maybe it's just I'm getting older. I don't know.
Is there drama like stupid?
Well, it's just different. I'll say that. It's just different because you have.
So it's not like Alyssa and Coco, like drama.
No.
Okay.
And you have these. I don't even at this point. I don't even know what generation they would be. Gen Z, I guess. Queens now,
right?
And I don't know. There's just their way of thinking is just different, and so the things that they get all torn up about is like
stupid shit.
What is going on? Why? Like why? And there's been a couple or maybe one, I don't know, that was just really nasty.
I need to get in on this season.
It's pretty good.
Really bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You got down to the end, the last few now, and I think it's right. I think it's right. So
well, I usually trust your opinion on that. So
we'll see how it goes.
We shall see.
We've talked about living in North Alabama.
Yes.
And one of the queens is from Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Down close to Birmingham. So
nice.
Good luck and
that's awesome.
Don't fuck it up.
So that's the second time, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, technically.
And I think she is her drag mother.
Aww.
I think. Drag mother. I don't want to say drag grandmother. Lord,
no,
not that. Trinity, never.
Trinity just moved to Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
doing big.
So was in Orlando, and then moved to Los Angeles.
She's doing big things. Okay,
yes,
good for her.
Love her.
And go our Alabama Queens.
Yes. Hello.
We have some ignorant people who don't like drag queens, but not everybody is that way. We support you 100%. Yes. Okay, well, now that we have shown some love to the drag queens, on that note, we are just two friends
with too many tangents
and not enough time.
Bye.
See ya.
Join Justin and Brandy next week for an all-new episode of Tangents and Threads. In the meantime, look for them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at TNT Pod Show. That's TNT Pod Show. Thanks for watching.